The Galactic Academy was the most prestigious institution in the galaxy. It was a massive space station orbiting a star on the outer rim, filled with students from every corner of the universe. The Academy was known for shaping the future leaders, scientists, and warriors of the galaxy. Students came from all species, some of them were centuries old, others from planets unknown to most. But amidst all these powerful beings, one human had once stood out as a prodigy. Alex Mason, at just 12 years old, was the youngest student ever to attend the Galactic Academy. He wasn't just a child genius, he was something more. His mind worked faster than any of his teachers could keep up with. He solved problems no one else could, built technologies that even the oldest species could only dream of. But the galaxy wasn't ready for someone like Alex. His brilliance made others afraid. It all started with one forbidden experiment. Alex had uncovered the secrets of alien technology that was thought to be too dangerous for any one person to wield. His discovery was like opening Pandora's box. Fearing what he might unleash, the Academy's council expelled him. Without warning, Alex vanished. No one knew where he went, and many thought he had just disappeared into the vastness of space. For 20 long years, his name was spoken only in whispers. But everything was about to change. The Galactic Academy had grown more powerful over the years. It was a place of order, a symbol of peace for the galaxy's diverse species. But lately, there were signs of cracks beneath the surface. Strange power outages, sudden security breaches, and rumors of growing unrest had started to spread. It was in this moment of chaos that Alex Mason returned. Now 32 years old, Alex wasn't the same boy who had been expelled 2 decades ago. His mind had matured, and his body had been enhanced by technologies that made him far stronger than any average human. He had traveled across the galaxy, learning from different species and mastering their technologies. But more than that, he had become the most powerful intellect the galaxy had ever known. When Alex entered the Academy again, no one recognized him at first. His face had changed. His presence was different, calmer, more confident. The once small, innocent child now stood tall, a force to be reckoned with. The Academy's halls, once so familiar to him, seemed foreign and distant. It was as if he had returned to a place that was no longer his. But Alex knew one thing: things had changed, and it was time for him to take control. The Academy was not the same as when Alex had left. There were new enemies rising, both inside and outside the walls of the Academy. The galaxy was on the brink of war, with different factions eyeing the Academy's power. But what worried Alex the most was the political struggle happening within the Academy itself. The once idealistic institution had become corrupt, with some members using their power for personal gain. As Alex began to investigate, he uncovered a web of lies and deceit. The very people who had expelled him were now in positions of great power, manipulating the galaxy's politics for their benefit. They feared what Alex had become: the genius who could change the course of the galaxy. They knew that if he exposed their wrongdoings, everything would fall apart. But Alex wasn't just here for revenge. He had come back with a plan, and his mind was already working faster than anyone could follow. He had learned so much in the last 20 years. His knowledge of alien technology, combined with his understanding of human ingenuity, gave him a unique edge. He knew he could outsmart anyone who stood in his way. The new problems were huge, and the enemies were strong, but Alex had something they didn't: time. He had spent 2 decades preparing for this moment, honing his skills, and waiting for the right opportunity to strike. With his unmatched intelligence and the secrets he had uncovered, Alex began to dismantle the power structures inside the Academy. He used his knowledge to manipulate systems, expose corruption, and turn the Academy's own technology against those who had wronged him. One by one, his old rivals fell, unable to keep up with his intellect and the power he had gained over the years. Alex's genius wasn't just in his knowledge, it was in how he used it. While others relied on strength or force, Alex understood the power of information. He used his mind to outwit his enemies, turning the tide of the galactic struggle in his favor. The people who had once seen him as a threat now realized that he wasn't just a human genius. He was the future. In the end, Alex didn't just take down his old enemies. He showed the galaxy that humans were more than just a primitive species. They had the potential to lead, to rise above the others, and to shape the future in ways no one could have imagined. The galaxy had underestimated him before, but they would never make that mistake again. Alex Mason, the boy who was expelled for being too smart, had returned to prove that humans weren't just part of the galaxy's future, they were going to lead IT.INA galaxy, divided by powerful alien empires. Humanity was once considered weak. Their technology was primitive, and their place in the grand scheme of the universe seemed insignificant. For years, humans struggled to find their voice among the alien races. But that was before Alex Mason, a brilliant young human, changed everything. At just 12 years old, Alex was expelled from the Galactic Academy after creating an artificial intelligence so advanced that it scared the alien leaders. His AI was capable of learning, evolving, and even controlling the very technology that powered the galaxy's most advanced systems. The Academy feared it, knowing it could shift the balance of power in the universe. In a swift and secretive decision, Alex was cast out, and his invention was destroyed, or so they thought. For 20 years, Alex disappeared. No one knew where he went or what he did. But in the dark corners of space, Alex's AI grew. It wasn't just a program anymore. It became a living, breathing entity. And now, after 2 decades of development, it was ready to change the galaxy forever. When Alex returned to the galaxy, he was no longer the young boy who had been dismissed so easily. Now 32 years old, he was a genius who had mastered alien technology, and his AI had evolved into something beyond imagination. It wasn't just a tool anymore. It was a partner, a sentient being capable of controlling vast amounts of technology, from warships to communication systems. Alex's first stop was the Galactic Academy, the very institution that had expelled him. But this time, he wasn't a child seeking approval. He was a man with the power to reshape the galaxy. The Academy didn't recognize him at first. He had changed so much, his mind sharper, his confidence unshakable, and his AI far more powerful than anything they could have imagined. But soon, they realized Alex wasn't back to beg for forgiveness. He had come for something bigger, to prove that humanity wasn't just a weak species, but the future of the galaxy. Alex began his mission to change the galaxy. He realized that things weren't as simple as he'd hoped. The galaxy was on the brink of war. Alien factions had been in a tense standoff for years, each vying for control of the most valuable resources and technologies. And in the middle of it all was Alex's AI, a powerful weapon that could tip the scales in any conflict. Alex's AI was capable of controlling everything from planetary defenses to the communications of entire fleets. While it was a tool for peace, it was also a weapon that could end a war with the push of a button. This made it incredibly dangerous in the hands of someone with bad intentions. The alien empires were aware of this power and feared it. As Alex navigated this political minefield, he found himself facing betrayal and manipulation from both allies and enemies alike. Some wanted to use his AI for their own gain, while others saw him as a threat to their power. Every move Alex made was carefully watched, every decision questioned. But Alex had a clear goal in mind: to unite the galaxy's factions and prevent the war from destroying everything. With his AI at his side, he slowly built alliances with the most unlikely of allies. He worked in secret, using the AI to gather information, uncover hidden plots, and manipulate the technology that kept the galaxy's empires in check. Despite the danger, Alex was determined. He knew the galaxy could be united, that peace was possible if only everyone could see the bigger picture. His mission was more than just stopping the war. It was about showing the universe that humanity's potential was limitless. As Alex's power grew, so did his list of enemies. The more he pushed for peace, the more those in power saw him as a threat. But Alex wasn't afraid. His intelligence, his AI, and his vision were stronger than any weapon. In a final dramatic confrontation, Alex faced off against the leaders of the alien empires who sought to maintain their control over the galaxy. Using his AI, he exposed their corrupt schemes and revealed their darkest secrets to the galaxy. The empires crumbled, their power undermined by their own actions. Alex didn't just defeat his enemies, he united the galaxy. Species that had been at war for centuries now stood together, recognizing that they shared more in common than they had ever realized. The power of Alex's AI, once feared as a weapon, became a tool for peace and cooperation. Humanity, which had once been seen as a weak and insignificant species, was now at the center of this new, peaceful future. Alex Mason proved that even the smallest of species could change the course of the galaxy. His genius, combined with his AI, had not only saved the galaxy, but had shown the universe that humanity was capable of far more than anyone had imagined. Alex Mason, the boy expelled from the academy, had become the man who united the galaxy. And in doing so, he proved that humanity wasn't just a part of the galaxy's future, they were the ones who would lead it. The Galactic Academy was the most prestigious school in the universe. It was a massive space station, floating in the heart of an ancient star system. Students from every corner of the galaxy came to learn here, competing to be the best in science, technology, and leadership. Some were hundreds of years old, and others, like Alex Mason, were young prodigies who stood out for their brilliance. Alex had been expelled from the academy when he was just 12 years old. He had been a genius even then, but his experiments with advanced technology were seen as too dangerous. His methods, his thirst for knowledge, were far beyond the academy's rules. Fearing the unknown power he was unleashing, the academy's leaders decided to throw him out. But they made a mistake. Alex wasn't just a child with big ideas. He was a force of nature, a mind that couldn't be contained. After his expulsion, he disappeared, and the academy thought they'd seen the last of him. For 20 years, Alex vanished into the vastness of space. But now, strange things were happening at the Galactic Academy. Systems were failing. Communication lines were being disrupted. Power was flickering on and off. The once impeccable academy was starting to fall apart. Some said it was the work of a ghost. No one expected Alex to return. He had been cast out, forgotten by most, and dismissed by the very institution that once thought he would change the galaxy. But when the academy's system started failing, and an eerie presence was felt in the halls, it became clear that something or someone was behind it all. Alex returned, but he was not the same child who had been expelled. Now 32 years old, he was a completely different person. The boy who once dreamed of discovery had become a man with an unstoppable drive for justice. But he didn't return with a gun or an army. Instead, he returned with something far more dangerous. His intellect and technology beyond anything the academy had ever seen. As Alex began to move through the academy's corridors, whispers of a ghost spread among the students. Some believed the academy's past had come back to haunt it. Others thought Alex had returned from the dead to destroy everything. But Alex wasn't here for revenge. He was here for something far more important. Alex wasn't interested in petty revenge. He didn't need to destroy the academy. He was here to expose the dark secrets it had hidden for years. As he dug deeper, using his advanced knowledge of technology to bypass the academy's security systems, Alex uncovered a terrible truth. The academy, once a symbol of learning and progress, had been involved in secret projects that threatened the galaxy. The leaders of the academy, the people who had expelled Alex in the first place, were hiding dangerous experiments that could destroy entire civilizations, including humanity. The academy had been manipulating technology, bending the laws of science, and experimenting with dangerous new weapons. They had used Alex's genius to build their most dangerous secrets, and when they realized how powerful he had become, they threw him out. But now, he knew the full extent of what they had done. They weren't just hiding knowledge, they were abusing it. Alex's goal was clear. He needed to bring this truth to light. The galaxy had to know what the academy's leaders had been doing in secret. If they weren't stopped, the galaxy would fall into chaos. But bringing down the academy would not be easy. It was a massive institution, filled with powerful allies and advanced technologies. Alex had to be careful, using his knowledge and the technology he had developed over the years to outsmart the academy's leaders. Alex revealed the academy's hidden secrets. The leaders fought back. They tried to use their power and influence to stop him, but Alex was always one step ahead. With his advanced understanding of technology, he hacked into the academy's mainframe, taking control of their security systems. He exposed their lies, their manipulation, and their plans to use forbidden technologies to control the galaxy. The Academy's leaders tried to discredit him, but Alex had the truth on his side. With his AI, which had grown stronger over the years, Alex took down the corrupt leaders one by one. They couldn't fight against him. He knew their every move before they made it. In the end, Alex succeeded in bringing down the Academy's corrupt leaders. The Academy was freed from their control, and the galaxy was given a chance to heal from the dangerous experiments they had been hiding. But there was something even more important that Alex revealed: humanity wasn't the weak species everyone had thought. They had the potential to lead, to think beyond what the galaxy's other species had ever imagined. Alex had proven that humans were capable of more than anyone had ever believed. The Academy that once tried to crush him had become the very institution he had saved. Alex Mason, the boy expelled for being too dangerous, had returned to show the universe that humanity had far more potential than anyone realized. And with that, the galaxy was forever changed to a galaxy dominated by powerful alien empires. Humanity was often overlooked. The galaxy's great rulers were not human beings from ancient civilizations, their technology far beyond anything Earth's people could comprehend. Humans were seen as weak, primitive, and inconsequential in the grand scheme of things. No one had any reason to believe they could ever change this. But Alex Mason, a young boy expelled from the Galactic Academy at just 12 years old, had always believed differently. When he was a child, he dared to say what no one else would: humans will be the most powerful species in the galaxy one day. For this bold prediction, he was cast out, dismissed as foolish, and told that humans would always be at the bottom of the cosmic ladder. Now, 20 years later, Alex returned to the galaxy, proving he had been right all along. Alex had spent the last 2 decades in the shadows, developing technology and weapons that made humans nearly unstoppable. He had traveled the galaxy, learning from the most advanced civilizations, studying their secrets, and building his own creations. Over the years, he had transformed from a brilliant young boy to a genius who could rival the most powerful alien minds. When Alex returned to the galaxy at the age of 32, it was clear that he wasn't the same person who had been expelled all those years ago. He wasn't just here to make a point, he was here to change everything. The galaxy was a different place. The alien empires had grown stronger, but they had also become complacent. They ruled with fear and control, but their grip was starting to slip. Alex knew that this was the perfect moment for humanity to rise. He didn't come with armies or threats. He came with something far more powerful: his intellect, his advanced technology, and his unshakable belief that humanity had the potential to lead. As Alex began to challenge the alien empires, the galaxy's rulers were quick to dismiss him. Humans, after all, had always been considered weak. Even though Alex's inventions were powerful, the idea that humanity could rise to the top was laughable to most of the alien species. The leaders of the great empires laughed at him, dismissing him as a mere nuisance. What can a single human do against the might of the galaxy's strongest species? They asked. But Alex knew something they didn't. He had one weapon that could not be ignored: his sheer intellect and the belief that humanity's time had come. Using his advanced technology, Alex began to disrupt the Empire's systems. He hacked their communications, disabled their defenses, and turned their weapons against them. Slowly, he started to win over the support of other species who had long been oppressed by the alien empires and were ready for change. Alex didn't seek to conquer or destroy. He wanted to show the galaxy that humans were capable of leading. With each victory, his message spread: humanity is no longer weak. It is time to rise. But not everyone believed in Alex's vision. Some of the alien rulers saw him as a threat that needed to be eliminated. They tried to crush him using force, sending their fleets after him, but Alex was always a step ahead. His mind worked faster than their armies, and his creations outmatched their best technologies. As the alien empires scrambled to stop him, Alex knew that the only way to win was not through brute force, but through strategy and unity. He began to form alliances with species across the galaxy, bringing together those who had been oppressed by the alien empires for centuries. Slowly but surely, he built a coalition that could challenge the alien rule. The final confrontation came when the alien empires united in a last-ditch effort to defeat Alex and his growing coalition. They believed that together they could crush the human uprising once and for all. But Alex was ready. In a fierce battle that spanned across planets and stars, Alex led the forces of humanity and its allies against the alien empires. His technology disrupted their fleets, and his strategies outsmarted their best commanders. The battle was fierce, but Alex's intelligence and leadership prevailed. With the alien empires finally overthrown, they were the future of the galaxy. He had shown the universe that humanity's potential was limitless, that their intelligence and drive could overcome any obstacle. The galaxy, once ruled by alien powers, was now open to humanity. Alex had not just predicted the rise of humans, he had made it happen. He had shown the galaxy that humans had the power to lead, to create, and to shape the future in ways no one had ever imagined. The uprising was over, and the future of the galaxy now belonged to humanity. Alex Mason, the boy once rejected by the Galactic Academy, had led his species to victory, and the galaxy would never be the same again.